Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. But fast! Today we're running the entire world from scratch. No scripts, no pauses, just chaos and empires unfolding in real time. Basically, I know I have my normal What If Civilization Started Over series. However, this is going to be a bit of a mini series. It's only going to be a few episodes long, and that's not going to last too long. And basically, it's just going to be a quick paced type of thing. And I think it's going to be really good. It's going to allow me to experiment, allow me to figure out things that you guys might like. But let's kick it off. Quick little thing I want to mention. This little thing here is exploration. So, where are we going to start off? I think I want to start off in the Italian peninsula. I could see San Marino. That's pretty cool. But we're going to start off our people over here in the Italian peninsula, right along the coast here. And as they are exploring a bit, I'm going to redo that actually. They're going to explore along the coast and stuff like this. And as they do that, they will also get into the water a little bit. They won't go too far, however, they're going to be in the water nonetheless. As technology develops, they're going to be able to explore further inland. However, they're not able to go too far inland because I'm pretty sure there's a bit of mountains that kind of run down like this here. But anyway, they're going to keep on going to the water, and then eventually they'll start going into the water even more because they will start getting like better material and stuff for boats. And after exploring just enough, they will just end up creating their first society, being this red team. And I'm pretty sure we should be faster paced for this video because this is a speed run. So let's skip ahead a little bit. So here they are exploring. They're going. Oh God, they're exploring around the areas here. They're not able to penetrate in through here just yet. But they keep exploring around the waters and they keep on going down the coast. As they see islands off in the distance and stuff like that, they'll eventually reach out further and they will find this island and then eventually Corsica. And that entire island will be explored, which will lead to the discovery of Sardinia, just south of it, and more travels through the water here. And as you can see, this is going to be pretty big. Finally, they end up making it to the other side, and they explore that with great ease, and they start traveling more and more. And eventually they find San Marino up here in the north, and they're about to make it out of the Italian peninsula. They're exploring in the Adriatic Sea, however, they haven't really made it to the Balkans yet. And they keep on going down the coast here, and they're making it all the way down to the bottom of the boot of Italy. They go down the heel. In my opinion, I think this is the heel. And then they go down the toe, and they find Sicily, and they explore around the coastlines of it. And with that, more travel will go through here, and people will start finding new stuff, and they will decide to expand this society, now with the waters around this area fully explored. So the first thing they will do is expand on the mainland here. So they'll expand around here, and they'll also go down the heel. They'll take all of Corsica and Sardinia, and the rest of the toe of Italy. However, that is it for now because we will be seeing something bad happen. A rebellion forms down south as they do not want to be led by this government. This rebellion expands and eventually it shoots off to become even bigger. They take over the lands in the south and they continue moving up north. However, Red will eventually surrender to them. And now we have two societies, one in the north and one in the south. Red, hoping to keep this land, they expand a little bit more. And this blue one decides to spend their time around the coast here. They go into the rest of Sardinia, and they're going to expand into that in a second. And they keep on exploring on the Adriatic coast. They're literally like a pixel away from Greece. And speaking of Greece, they're now on Greece. They explore around the coast here and find some islands and stuff like that. And, well, they find the Balkans and they get to the end of the Adriatic Sea. With that, they keep on exploring through here, and Red is confused as to why they are shipping across this way. So they go across the way and they find the Baltic area, and they start exploring around it as well. They explore and they eventually make their way back, and they realize that this is a peninsula that they're on. I mean, they probably don't have the term of a peninsula, but they, in fact, are realizing where they are. And it's kind of just like the same area here kind of thing. I don't know. Anyway, this year is explored, and we're going to see a lot more exploration as technology is getting a lot better. Red is going to explore on this coast here. They're going to find the Alps, and they're not going to be able to explore into it. They make it all the way to Monaco and even further. They make it all the way over to here, and this is across the span of about 20 years or so. They discover these islands as they make trips back to Sardinia because they know that that is east, or pretty east, pretty far east. They have taken Corsica. I forgot about that part. And Red expands their empire, taking these islands. They also land over here in the Iberian Peninsula and take a bunch of land here. And they expand their empire, making them pretty big. And as they continue exploring, they're eventually going to end up making it to... Oh, shoot, they're not able to explore than that. I forgot. There we go. That's better. So as they continue exploring, they are eventually going to end up finding the Atlantic. And as they find the Atlantic, they're going to explore around this coast here. And as they do that, they're going to find Brittany, and they're going to expand even more. First, they're going to take land over here, and they also expand up to Brittany, and then they connect their land through here. And as you can see, red is absolutely massive, and yeah, blue isn't. However, they have the ability to become massive, as they have found the rest of the Greek peninsula. They've been exploring through here, and they eventually have found it all. They made their way all the way down to Sparta. They explored inside of the island chain here, and they're probably not able to go through here, but we're just going to say that they're able to because of logic. And they heavily explored the Balkans, not Baltics, Balkans. And well, they're going to expand. So with that, they're going to claim all of Greece, pretty much, except for their panhandle that they got. When they get that in the like first Balkan War, something like that. Then they're going to expand into well the Balkans. And my thing's not showing up. What the heck? Okay, here we go. And as you can see, they're insanely massive as well. So if you couldn't already tell where I'm going with this, they are going to expand a lot, and then eventually, they're gonna get a bunch of rebellions and like civil outrage or whatever. But the Iberian coast is now fully explored. And with that, the Iberian inland will be explored. This guy, like Marco Polo, basically, not really, but some guy explored all around the coast. And once that happened, they decided to kind of fill in the rest. They also go out pretty far in the Atlantic, and they also discovered the Strait of Gibraltar here, and they are now in Africa, actually. But they're going around the coast here, and they find Carthage and stuff like that, and they quickly make sure to expand. So here we go. Let's see how big they become before they fall apart. This is how big they're able to become. This is pretty big, but they're about to fall apart, so this isn't going to last for long. Let's see how this country falls apart. First of all, we have a breakaway up here in Brittany. Next, we have basically just Carthage forming. Next up, Iberia breaks away. And then all of this breaks away, forming Catalonia. And they take a little bit more than that. They go up to about here. And now red is once again limited to only their coast. Only their here. And in spite, they're going to go and go to war. If I can do the right thing. This is the first ever war, and it's going to be against blue as they push in. And blue's capital, by the way, it is right here at this thing. No, it's actually right here. Let me put in the capitals. I don't think I'm going to do major cities and stuff in this thing because it's not really relevant, but I'm going to do capitals. So if you're curious, this is the capitals of the world. It's pretty cool. Anyway, continuing. It is pushing in now. They go down to the heel here, and as they're attacking, well, there's going to be some breakaways. First of all, this Yugoslavic country breaks away, and then Greece breaks away. However, Greece won't stay this united for long. Just by the way, just wanted to point that out to you. I'm not going to do their capitals yet because I'm too lazy. Whoa, that's big. Anyway, we're going to see red push in more and more and more. And eventually they're going to reach the capital, and blue will surrender. And just like that, red will just fully annex them because red does not care for them whatsoever. More exploration will continue. It's pretty cool seeing this exploration happen. And well, just like this, we are almost done with the video, guys. Probably not actually. But we penetrate through the Alps. Isn't that cool? And with that, we start moving up north quickly. And when I say quickly, I really do mean quickly. And I'm very much certain that this is definitely speed runs, because look at how fast this happened. But with that, we're going to see countries form. So first of all, this lavender country will form. Then this Dutch country will, oh god, okay, if you're a fan of, Aegis Pro, you'll know what this is. If not, I'll leave in the description. But, Dutch is brown. That's the brown team, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Then also, not to fear the rest of France is here. There's a lot of green in this region, though. Might have to fix that. See, that's fixed. You're gold now. I'm also going to fix this. No, that's far. That border's fine. And then this purple country will form, and if you didn't already know, you kind of need countries to do wars. Originally, we only had frickin' 2 countries, but now we have a bunch of countries, meaning we can actually have some fun. So, let's see what will happen. First of all, the Dutch. I'm scared of you. You're going to go to war with this guy. Why? Land. It's kind of an obvious kind of reason to go to war, especially during this type of time. But you're going to push in through the north, and you're also going to start penetrating into the south, where you're more of agriculture is. I mean, I don't think this country would even have agriculture. It's fairly new. But to be fair, it is older than the Dutch. The Dutch formed about 50 years after this one formed. That's right. That was like skipping ahead about 500 years. But this whole agriculture zone will be captured within the first couple years of this war. Not years, oh my god, months, my bad. And using that, they're going to continue pushing up because this country has been pushing back up north, and they pushed back all the way, and they're even inside of the Dutch country now, pushing in, which makes it so they are able to push back right here as they need to as the Dutch need to pull out some of their troops to go fight back against this because they're threatening the capital, and that allows the Dutch to push back a lot, which will allow them to push back once again over here. And as you can see, this is a pretty fair war, to be honest, except, the Dutch have already claimed half the country. They're going to claim this little thing right here, which had one major city. And they're going to keep on pushing in, and they are going to have to pull their troops out to finally defend their country, and that will allow the Dutch to push in one more time through here as they push up north again, and that will encircle the capital as they finally fall to the Dutch. The Dutch will fully annex this country, and we could get rid of this capital city right now. Yeah, that sucks for them. But the Dutch, they're not done. They're gonna go west now. I'm just kidding. You're gonna go east, Brittany. Brittany is going to move east, attacking Normandy, I guess. Yeah, they're just going to scoop around and capture the capital within the first month of the war, and then they'll continue attacking down here in the south. And without a capital, it's fairly easy to kind of just sweep up north. However, just before they are done, the Dutch will hop in. The Dutch will start attacking a lot of areas, and they will finally slam in with you as you finish this country off. And they will sit down to a peace treaty, a peace agreement to figure out the borders, which are as shown. And the Dutch are going to actually expand a little bit more. Boom, shakalaka, they're pretty big now. I'm going to fix up this border right here. In fact, actually, no. Brittany's just going to go to war with this guy. All right, Brittany, you got this. So they're going to immediately invade, and this green country, who is formed for about 1,000 years or so now, yeah, they're going to surrender because they know Brittany is stronger than them. They don't even have a military presence, in that area. It's all down here, right next to orange. That's a little weird. Green. What's that happening? What's that doing? There. Also, Normandy. Brittany. This was Normandy. This is Brittany. Brittany has a navy that they test inside of the English Channel. They don't have a navy, even though they have the Mediterranean Sea to test it in. But anyway, this guy, they're going to surrender. And the peace agreement will look like this. They're kind of getting squeezed in right here. A bit of a Switzerlandic country forms. That's pretty cool. Anyway, remember how green was going to go and attack orange? Yeah, they're not doing that anymore because they lost a lot of their military presence over here because now it's over here, but they kind of surrendered. But anyway, oh shoot, I could have used that. Anyway, I hope you guys are liking this video so far. We're going to see the world continue expanding. So, over here, we're seeing more exploration. The rest of this is explored. Crete is found. They're exploring more into the Mediterranean Sea. Cyprus is found, and then they explore into the Armenic something mountains. They explore down the Israeli coast. They go into the Sinai Peninsula. They go down the Nile. Then they continue exploring around that. Kind of, they build off of that. And we're going to see more countries form in just a minute. But countries are going to keep on expanding through here. People are going to go west. They're going to find the Euphrates and the Tigris. And they're going to explore down to the end of that. I know that's not exactly where it goes, but it goes through here. Word of a sea up north. They're going to go find that sea. They're going to somehow make it through the Caucasian mountain region, go around here, and now all of a sudden we're in Central Asia. I don't know about you, but in my terms, Central Asia is east of the Caspian, at least. Not entirely, because, East Asia is east of the Caspian, but, it's not Central Asia. So I think you gotta make assumptions, you know. And to be honest, I don't know how realistic this is, but eventually all of this is explored. And don't worry, there's countries that are forming. It's just I'm not showing it all because I don't want to right now. But they continue and they explore all the way through here, meaning that the world is now in a full circle once again. And now everyone knows a lot about the world, or at least a lot more than they used to. The rest of this is explored. I don't know how long that took them, but it shouldn't have taken them a while. Unlike in my actual WICSO, we're going to be united over here. So let's take a look at this. I mean, we're not going to be united as United Kingdom, but we're going to be united. That's actually fairly united, to be honest. It's pretty nice seeing that. So here we are with that. You take Copenhagen and the islands surrounding it, of course. But moving on from that, we're going to see a bit more stuff happen. Like number one, Greece expanding a lot. And by a lot, you'll see what I mean in a moment. Oh dear God. So, for a brief little moment, Greece is the biggest country in history. And like I said, for a brief moment, and that's because this story does not last long. The first part to break away is down here in the south because, well, it's pretty dang far away. Do a bit of a orangish, reddish color. You break away, and you form pretty much just, this thing. We'll get a purple country in here, forming here. Our own little Cyprus. Our own Mesopotamia. I'll fix these borders soon, don't worry. They're just, like, not confined, really. Confined? I don't know. A little bit of a seafoam green country. I might change the color of, Cyprus. There we go. That's better. The old empire. Just kidding. A bit of a western Turkey. And then our very own Crete. So, like I said before, they're gonna break away. They're gonna fall apart. So let me fix up these borders, though. I just realized I completely forgot about this region right here. That's for Mesopotamia. Speaking of Mesopotamia, here are the final borders after everyone fell apart. Greece, what are you doing, man? This is really embarrassing for you, you know? Even Red's yelling at you like, dude, what the heck? But if you really think about it, technically, this country is a direct descendant of Red, because Blue broke away from Red, Greece broke away from Blue, and then all these countries broke away from Greece. So technically that means everyone is technically from Red, because Blue broke away from Red, so Red, you're the real starter of everything, and they are completely coherent. I don't even know, I used that word in, episode, when I was recording episode 15 of, What If Civilization Started Over too. What is happening? My computer's, like, glitching. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just said that I used coherent when I was recording episode 15 of What If Civilization Started Over as well. Yeah, that's right. I already have episode 15 recorded. It's a really good video. It's also very, very long. It's an hour long. Sorry, guys, about that. But here, me fixing up borders. It's pretty cool to see me do this. Speaking of fixing up borders, you're going to expand. Yep, that's right. I'm talking to you, the Dutch. Alright, there we go. But I've been recording for 32 minutes, and honestly, in my opinion, I would believe that we're probably in the year, like, 280 or so. Maybe 180, maybe 5080. I don't know. But thank you guys. I'm gonna end the video here. I've been recording for 32 minutes. I've been yapping for probably 20 at this point. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys like this new concept of, WICSO speedruns. It's like What If Civilization Started Over, but like I'm speedrunning it. I do it faster than I normally would. As you can tell, I just did 2,000 years in 20-minute episode. But it's mostly for experimenting, and then also it's a bit of a breaking point for my Wednesday videos, because right now I'm gonna do this mini series. It's only gonna be like 7 episodes or so about 7 weeks of this, or maybe, I don't know, maybe if I have a daily upload week, it will be a little bit shorter, because I might do multiple speed runs in that week. But then I have a little special, not special, but like a real big special series, like a full series, not as long as What If Civilization Started Over. It's going to be probably, up to 30 episodes, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, but it's including the real world, so I think that's a pretty cool factor. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys liked this episode. Make sure to comment down any ideas for, this, or just, WICSO in general, down below. I'm trying to think of what to say. Like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.